All right, back at it with part two of assignment one. So I'm going to be talking about someone I knew who struggled with mental illness and a little bit about like what things looked like from their end. So this was a friend of mine that I had through middle school, elementary school, and some high school. He was someone who had autism spectrum, and then he also had bipolar. So he kind of struggled with that dual diagnosis. Some of the really big things I noticed about him, where you could really well track out his like manic episodes. When he would kind of hit one of those, I'd be getting like phone calls every day, like Alex, let's go to the park. Alex, let's go play football. It wasn't even like, hey, how are you today? It was always we got to do something. We got to go out. We got to go find somewhere to be. Really all over the place. And then when he kind of hit his depressive episodes, I wouldn't see him for days. He'd be sick for periods of time. So I could tell how, I don't know, I could always kind of tell where he was. At that age, I didn't really understand bipolar other than kind of the mood swing piece and how we see that every like couple of weeks. So I kind of was able to learn that through my best lens. I know some of the things he would cope with was he was always outside. He was an avid skier. Just loved doing anything outside, riding his bike. Those were the big things he used. And I think when he hit those depressive episodes, it became kind of harder for him to use those as coping methods, which really kind of caused him to struggle through a lot of his illness. In the end, he ended up taking his own life when I was a senior in high school. So to watch him really struggle with his mental illness really pushed me to try to understand what he went through. So if I had that similar illness, I would really want people to kind of come from that supportive lens of really like dragging me out when I hit those depressive episodes. So challenging me to come play ball at the park or find things to get me out of the house so I didn't sit and sulk in it. I think he did a lot of that, which probably was pretty challenging for him. So for me, it's finding things to keep your time occupied would be really big for me, as well as non-judgmental. Even if like people were to hit me up to hang out and I said no, is coming from it not that I don't want to hang out with you, just I might need that extra push or I might need something that I really want to do. So kind of being challenged in that way. So I think that's how I'd really like to be treated. And then at the end of the day, just that kind of unconditional positive regard. Some days I'm going to be really fun to get along with. Some days I'm going to be an asshole. But kind of taking that with a grain of salt and working with me the best possible. I think that would be how I'd want to be treated. So yeah, there's my part two.